Greetings, this is Star Illumination. It is Thursday, 12th of October, 2023. We're doing a mini-series on the Libra new moon eclipse for each sign. So there's 12 videos. Pick your sign. Sun, moon, and rising, typically. That's what they do with astrology these days. So what does the eclipse mean for you? We're going to look into it. For Virgos, we're going to put you on the first house on the horizon and state that this is your identity, the Virgo identity. So I'm not going to go into all of that here. We're looking at the eclipse for you. If you're on this channel, you probably know quite a bit about your personal astrology already. So let's dive in. All right, dear Virgos. So for you, the Libra new moon eclipse is happening in your second house over here. So typical keywords associated with second house. Okay, number one, it's like it's ruled by Venus, planet of love, beauty, harmony, art, I guess you could say, things, money, relationships. And in the second house, we're talking about your money, your resources, your natural gifts, your personal values, your income, your possessions, your natural skills, things that you would tap into. Some people would call it your gifts, your talents. You know, like, are you very musical? Are you good with numbers? Are you very scientific? Are you good with tasks and management, whatever it might be? Are you good with managing money? Whatever it might be, your natural gifts and talents. Well, over here in the second house, that's the subject matter and the part of your life which is going to experience the eclipse. So what happens in an eclipse? Basically, something is taken away. It's an evolutionary gateway, and it's part of how we evolve and grow. Eclipses, a lot of people don't like eclipses because they feel like something's being ripped out or lost or stolen, and it feels hollow and unfair. And then what do I do now? A lot of people don't want to evolve. Evolving means going into the unknown, and typically it's like think of the concept, adapt or die. People don't want to do that. They want to be comfortable and safe and just everything's fine. It fits a routine, and so like, why disturb and rip things up with an eclipse? So I like to think of it like this. Here's you. Here's nature moving along, and then things move along, and then what just happened? Of course, it's a lot more complicated than that. I did videos on that already a few days ago. You might want to check those out. So it just so happens that the eclipse is coinciding with the North Node in Aries. And the idea is that we need to outgrow and shed and head towards the Aries energy. And leave behind things like redundancies and ineffective, non-helpful dynamics in terms of relationships. Anything to do with the South Node would be something that you want to outgrow. Now, of course, there might also be a lot of emphasis there with your natural gifts and talents. So why would you want to, set that aside or risk losing anything? But it's about evolution. And we're not just here to just suddenly become rich and famous and have stuff and consume and get into debt and accumulate things. There's more to life. And sometimes you don't know what you got till it's gone. You've probably heard that expression. Joni Mitchell's song from the 70s. So, with the Aries North Node, it's indirectly being indicated that we all need to move towards the Aries North Node. So for you, Virgos, that would indicate like, well, oh my gosh, how am I going to take charge and be the boss and the part of life where I need to mature and grow, because you've already got this sorted out. You might have a strong awareness of the keywords that we've already talked about. And perhaps the only way you would evolve is by some of this falling apart. Some people willfully refused to evolve, and so they make their lives painful. And the idea is that it's time for you to take charge, be the boss, be the leader, make the tough decisions, take bold actions in how you integrate with other people, especially when it comes to other people's money, things like bank accounts, savings, investments, retirements, pensions, inheritance, things like that, where we're talking about money, especially big money that's outside of you for long term. What does that work? How does that work? Have you been trusting institutions and places that you're discovering are not worthy of your trust, and now it's time for you to take charge? Are you learning that lesson because you're suffering losses here? Things are being eclipsed over here? Are you losing money? Are your resources dwindling? Have your natural gifts and talents become obsolete? Are your values becoming exposed as redundant or obsolete, or based on childhood conditioning, which is no longer relevant today? Have you lost your income? Are you going to have to change your income? What is your source of income? What about all your stuff? Your houses, your cars, your credit cards, your bed, your sofa, your rings, your jewelry, your personal things that you love, the stuff that you really, really love. So, photographs and your phone, your computer, these things that are very, very personal. What's going on there? Big, big questions. You might feel it's being ripped away unfairly, but the whole point is to basically nudge you forward into the evolution where you need to go. All right, I hope that helped you, dear Virgos. I didn't mean to scare you, okay? It's just another day in the solar system, if you want to look at it that way. Take care, everybody.